Hello everyone and welcome back to another video of mine. This time I'm back with Heaven's Secret 3, Season 1, Episode 11. I can already see the darkness we're gonna be getting into because now we're back with Haley. I'm 1000% sure, and that means we're gonna see what happened with Michael's brother. And truth be told, it is a little dark what Arrogant did to Michael's brother, like actually frying his brain. But come on now. They had every right to be upset after the attack that they did, like killing so many angels. But let's see. You can dig into the deepest hole, but you can't hide. The evil is already there. Oh, Episode 11, Underground. Period. So we're still there. That's even worse. Are we actually gonna see a drawing of that man? To reach the throne room where a dinner with our allies would take place, we had to make our way through the endless labyrinth of the catacombs. Siva Malam's desire to find and bring him the half-blood children hiding in these filthy walls no longer seemed so terrible to me. This dark, damp place looked more like a grave than someone's home. Cautiously stepping away from the burning candles, I lifted my skirt just in case. What in the holy fuck is this? Alright. Uh-huh. You could wear it all, actually. I brushed a sticky whip away and smoothed my hair. Oh my goodness. No, you know what? She's a dark queen. I sighed deeply, regretting having put on any makeup. Well then, let's not put any makeup on. If I'd known how far we'd have to walk, I would have worn a tracksuit. Luckily, I felt no exhaustion in my body. Sifa Malam rewarded me with pain, but also some advantages as well. Cassiel's voice pulled me out of my thoughts. We're here. The hall we entered played on contrast, striking with its vast space. I tried not to think about how far underground we had to go to get to this illusion of freedom. If the ceiling collapses, we'll be crushed like ants. Nothing would be left of us. I think I remember him from somewhere. Blessed is the night, blessed come in. A tall and stately demon with a calm, deep voice appeared in front of us as if out of nowhere. A beautiful but very pale demon followed him like a shadow. David. Blessed is the night, son alien. I knew that bitch. She's from Heaven's Secret. Clearly he was well acquainted with the Astrean demons. He was looking at them all as if they were old friends. David, hope your father's in good health. He is doing as well as can be expected in his position. Cassiel, Felonia, glad to see you in our ranks. Sonalian sealed his words with a light, yet quite sincere smile and glanced at the bored Malik. That bitch is here. And this must be a Abaddon. Yup. I prefer the name Malik. And why is that? As a greeting, Malik extended his hand to the demon, who smiled at him. Who smiled at the human-like gesture, but still shook it. You had been hiding in your pit for a long time, Malik. Oh, I wasn't hiding. You simply weren't looking down. And if you hadn't raised your dad, we probably wouldn't have. And Haley, the bearer of Sifo Malam's will, a pleasure to meet you. Blessed is the night, blessed is the day. Without addressing anyone in particular, as an alien introduces his companion, you're sinking deeper into Sifo Malam's world. Do I have any other choice at this point? If we do not lick this man's ass, we're gonna be the ones actually suffering the consequences. This is my daughter, Asti. Asti! Oh my god. Oh, she looks gorgeous. Oh my god, I actually did not know that. I did not know that. Or was that just a small information? Her scrunching gaze slid over all of us and lingered on me for a long moment. Sit down, make yourself at home. I chose to sit at the edge of the table, expecting one of the Estrans to take the seat next to me, but it was Selenian's daughter who settled into it. She smiled at me and looked away, but I could still feel her strange curiosity. It all but oozed from her, wrapping around me just like the sweetish scent of her perfume. The master of the luxurious underground hall raised a glass of bluish liquid and everyone followed suit. Let us drink to a new world, friends. A world we will build together. The strange drink smoked in my hands and smelled of something unfamiliar yet pleasant. Can we even drink that? This is glyphed. And as it is glyphed, it is deadly for humans. I know we have Sifo Malam's darkness inside of us and that he kind of gave us supernatural capabilities, but that doesn't necessarily mean that it changes our human nature. Sniffing, I brought it closer to my mouth, but Asti elegantly covered my hand with hers. Yeah, that. We're not. Take the wine instead. Glyph can kill a human, and who knows how it will affect you. The demon released my hand and passed me a glass filled with blood-red liquid. Thank you. I took a sip of the unsurprisingly tasty drink and felt a pleasant lightness spread through my insides. However, it quickly vanished when Asti leaned in closer and whispered, They say you're Michael's beloved. Not expecting such a personal topic, I blinked in surprise. Who says that? I say that practically everyone. A human and an archangel. That's interesting. A demon and the son of Satan. Like, if we remember, if you're not really that personal with that man, you actually see them make out in the last season of Heaven's Secret 2. Especially when the celestial being is someone like Michael. Yeah, because he never shows any emotion. Before meeting you, he had a flawless reputation in heaven. Did you know that? And now his pure reputation has been tarnished because of us. The demon whispered quieter and quieter, casting glances at her father. You're worse than the devil, Haley. You led one of the best astray. I knew she was gonna be a bitch like that. How did you charm him so? With a sex appeal you apparently don't have. You only want to use your melons. There was no malice in her voice, only pure curiosity, and so I smiled. I do not give a damn. It's not a good question to ask. If she's like, you led one of the best astray, this is not a compliment for me. This is an insult. He could have done so many good things if you wouldn't have appeared. That's what it sounds like to me. Maybe heaven didn't deserve someone like him, but hell does? Surely. What the fuck is happening right now? Moloch wouldn't interfere with us. He wouldn't go against Sifo Malam. No one else in this place will remain neutral. We will force each of them to choose. Lost in thought, Malik was rolling glyph in his glass, listening to the host's words closely. To think that Asti makes part of the bad bitches. If I remember Heaven's Secret 1, where we remain on Malbonte's side. She bitches at us thinking we were better. And in Heaven's Secret too, she was also fighting against the Mother of Life. Now all of a sudden she's on Sifa Malum's side. I was under the impression all half-breeds were under your wing, and long since handed over to Sifa Malum. Well, what good will the half-breeds do him? He's the most powerful one, isn't he? Not all of them, as it turns out. You of all people should know how deep the catacombs go. You reached the very bottom to bring Lucina back up. How is she, by the way? Finally found a peace. The servants interrupted the conversation, arriving with a selection of fragrant dishes. A strange meat. Again, can we eat this? Vegetable, probably. I'm sick. Looks like dessert. Talk like an angel. Spearing a piece of meat of unknown origin off his fork, Malik examined it from every angle before putting it back on the plate. Perhaps you could tell us who we're dealing with. My colleagues and I seem to have missed a lot while entertaining ourselves on Earth. Tistrand's expression changed at the word colleagues. They clearly weren't used to Abandon's new role yet. Talk like an angel. Sorry. You want to know who our enemies are? More like what weaknesses, desires, and leverage against us they have. Sonalian set his glass aside and leaned against the high back of his chair. Those are all good to know. I'd say the horsemen pose the greatest threat. Unfortunately, 2 of them still live. Hunger and war. As they motherfucking should. I love them with a burning passion. But apparently they're staying neutral for now. It would be interesting to talk to at least one direct creation of the Mother of Life. I'm afraid you chose the wrong side for heart-to-heart conversations. What is Lucifer life? Out of the corner of my eye, I noticed Austy's face grow a little paler. Are you still worried about the throne? Don't be. Follows for the throne can only ever be a dream. Ah! He had his chance to take it after the battle with Malbonte, but that youngster couldn't even hold on to his own life. The audacity! That though, Austy is so in love with Lucifer. My goodness gracious, Austy. This actually turns into codependency real quick. He died defending hell. Austy flared up, but fell silent at once under her father's heavy gaze. Curious, he means something to her. He means a lot to her. Enough about the throne. That doesn't matter. Who should we kill first? That depends on your ambitions, of course, but if we're being realistic then, Rebecca, she's a real thorn in our side. It's high time we got rid of her. What is it about them and Rebecca? Arrogance should be... I'm so sick. Everyone always wanting to get rid of everyone else. No one ever sees us as a real threat. I am sick. Naturally, cut down every angel you come across, from the strong fighters like Dino to the seer of Sammy. Angel. And if you believed in us a little more, then strangle the half-breed. I'm so sick! Start with the small but extremely dangerous rat Asteron. Oh, hell to the fucking law! And leave Malbonte for dessert. Oh, hell to the fucking nah. Malbonte is off limits for you, bitch. Ellie. Because there's a high chance it'll be your last course. Malbonte. His name echoed inside me with a strange pain, aching like a long-healed wound. Bitch, do not fall for my man. I know it's weird to kind of feel threatened by yourself since she is a main character of ours, but you have your own man Michael on your hands. Do not come for my man. Aching like a long-healed wound, sweet as if it had been picked at countless times. I wanted to feel this pain, stop feeling this pain. You know what, at this point, we're into the pain. We're turned into masochists. I want to feel this pain. I closed my eyes and repeated the name to myself, Malwante. I picked at the old wound, and the part of me granted by the god of darkness spoke. Sifamalam's part, his every cell was saturated with razor-sharp feelings toward the immortal. Oh, now I get it. Because Sifamalam and Malbonte shared that connection. So due to the fact, which in my eyes already sounds weird, due to the fact that we have that connection, that Sifamalam and Malbonte had that connection, and he gave her part of his powers, it's kind of him also giving a part of his soul into our character. And that means that we kind of feel or have that very deep connection with Malbonte as well. We have a feeling for that because Sifamalam has a feeling to that name. What exactly does Sifamalam want from him? That's what I want to know. He better leave my man alone. You're not afraid to listen to Sifamalam's voice. The darkness within you grows, like imagine. I feel like the character of Estrella's broken heart turns into Malbonte 2.0 because he couldn't avoid listening to Sifamalam's voice either. Who's Malbonte? Oh, he's a first half-breed, Sifamalam's favorite, and that's what scares me the most. The boy spent an eternity at his side, entertaining him with his tears and screams. Malbonte grew before his eyes, from a sniveling brat into a lump of hatred. Grew? He ended up with him as a child? Yes, he was just a little boy then. Sifa split him into 2 parts and locked the dark half away with Sifamalam. And again, people are idolizing Sifa. Now he's whole again, but the hatred hasn't gone anywhere. No, but he has a soft core, which he didn't have before. As I nodded gratefully, I couldn't help but ponder. I need to speak to Sifamalam about this, find out what Malbonte means to him. Bitch, if you tackle dangerous territories, do not expect yourself not to get burned. Sifamalam has never reacted greatly when it came to Malbonte. That's why he still hates our motherfucking ass. That's why he still hates us. Because if the god of darkness truly has feeling, a bitch, do not even try to test me being all like, oh yeah, he loves Malbonte. Don't come for me like this, nah. Breathing faster, I met a curious gaze fixed on me. What is it, Malik? If there's really something about the boy that Sifamalam finds important, I could play upon those feelings. Will you stop staring at me, bitch? I must warn you, half-breeds are extremely powerful immortals, though their angelic side is weakened considerably. Therefore, it's preferable that the children go with you voluntarily today. Pushing away her untouched plate, Felonia was the first to rise from the table. If the evening is over, I'd like to get to work. Of course, we'll wait for you, guide, and then you can go. Cassiel stood up after Fel. The rest remained to converse with the master of the house. It seems they're not used to these kinds of dinners. The talk at the table grew quieter, and after a while faded altogether. And when a gaunt, important, immortal, pale as a sheet of paper, entered the room, Sonelia rose. I'm sure our cooperation will be productive, and your raid will be successful. Endless labyrinth of identical hallways led us upward, then downward, and then upward again, twisting side to side like a serpent's belly. At times they became so narrow that we had to move forward one at a time, and in complete darkness. But our silent guide kept sharp watch so no one in the group would get lost in the darkness of the underground realm. How can those with wings live here, deprived of everything, even light? If they're being forced in order to survive, they're willing to do this. The immortals, clearly not expecting our arrival, pressed themselves to the walls, shielding their children with their wings. None of them appeared aggressive, but the tension practically sparked in the air, ready to flare at any moment. Where are you hiding when you were granted freedom? What in the holy fuck? I never saw him. We will never live free. A completely inappropriate quiet laugh made everyone listen. That's true. Wow, Malik, wow. The children have been granted a terrible power. They would never use it against Sifamalam. We don't need them to hide it, we need them to use it for glory. A teenager, obviously orphaned, stood apart from the crowd. His wide wing dropped, and one eye was veiled with a bloody film. Oh no! From now on, your children belong to Sifamalam. Wow! I do not like this for one fucking bit. Like, actually forcing their hand, y'all. I hate it. And if you want to see them, you'll have to crawl to him on your knees. Wow. Not so difficult when you think about it. Thank you, David. The icy calm of the uninvited guests inspired fear in the immortals. One by one, they began to step forward, gripping their children's sharp shoulders. Just like that. And a minute later, only the teenager remained standing by the wall. Will you stay here alone? I don't want to go to war. His words so loud made the already yielding immortals tense up. Of course, they knew perfectly well what they were condemning their children to. Did they really? As if I have the feeling that right now they only say yes in order to get Sifamalam off their back. You know, like that he has the feeling that he has them on his side. So he's taking them off his radar, and they will be capable to, you know, in air quotes, breathe more because he's focusing on other things. But they only seem to truly realize it when the words were said out loud. I don't want to die for someone I don't even know. Oh my god. Whether you die or not depends only on you. Wow, Malik. I'm not a warrior. I'm not a killer. I'm sorry, I respect that bitch with a burning passion because he says, bitch, I do not care. I don't want to fight. I am not a warrior. I do not want to be a killer. Exchanging glances, Felonia and Cassiel step forward at the same time. I know they're gonna kill him, but I actually respect that man for saying, I don't give a damn. Kill me for all I care, but I'm not gonna go into war for that man. The air around the boy shimmered. The half-breed's dark half pulsed in his blood. I felt it so clearly it was as if it throbbed inside me too. I have to deceive him, calm him at this point. Deceive him now, calm him. You're all still children. No one will send you to the front lines. But you will still be part of the war, bitch. My words never reached his mind. The teenager screamed. Oh my god. See? I'd rather die here than there. His power of frenzied, untamed, threw all of us a good dozen feet back. That's the power. Back on my feet, I looked up in horror. Yeah, someone's gonna kill him. Oh my goodness gracious. His scream shook the room so hard that the stone poured from the ceiling. Oh, fuck. All of us froze, watching as the frightened half-breed began slowly drawing air into his lungs. We need to shut him up or he'll bury us all alive here. Cassiel growled, grabbing our guide by the scruff. Get out and take the children. Okay, am I stupid for finding it attractive when the eyes glow? And you better shut your mouth, kid. You expect him to actually listen to you now, bitch? The voices of my colleagues mixed with the quiet laments of those leaving. And then they were cut by a soft, insinuating whisper. Just kill him. No. No one argued with Malik. Everyone raised their hands, ready to carry out the order. No. My colleagues' voices, the children's cries, the crackle of gathering power all blended into one grating buzz. I wanted so badly for them all to go silent just for a little while. Do we have the power to do shit? I imagined the darkness flowing over their mouths, pouring down their throats. I imagined making them only want for one thing, to take a breath. Ooh, so we really are Malbonte 2.0. Shut up! It was as if my voice rose from the ground, echoing everywhere. Hoarse and sepulchral. I have no fucking clue if I said that right. And along with the cold creeping over our legs, it brought the long-awaited silence. All the demons clutched at their throats. All faces turned to me, stunned, frightened, intrigued. I told you all to shut the fuck up. It's always, you see, that's what a lot of people think, y'all. I am the dead weight I can be disposed of due to the fact that I don't carry fucking wings on my back or my power isn't immediately visible. But do not underestimate my sorry ass. I can fuck you up. Only when I calmed down did they manage to draw a breath. Exactly. Do not fuck with me. Calmly, I approached the teenager. Can you feel it? Your new power? Sadly, I can. He was so frightened. His fear like a living creature trashed hysterically, clawing its way out and clouding his mind. But I didn't need his consciousness. I had to rein in his feelings. And I called upon the power that had tormented me for so long, the power given to me by Sifamalum. Path of Mercy, the room filled with the whisper of a dozen voices. It was everywhere and nowhere, surrounding the half-breed driven mad by terror. It soothed his dark half, cradling it like the sweetest lullaby. Oh, that's so sweet. He was finally hearing what he wanted to hear, and his eyelids grew heavy. Sleep. It's all right. You did it. You did well. I saw his eyes roll back, and he sagged heavily to the floor. And as soon as his consciousness dimmed, so did mine. Oh my god, did we kill him actually? Sometime later, the awkward smell of a hospital hit my nose. For a moment, it was as if I'd suddenly found myself back in Godland. I even thought everything that had happened to me was only a dream. But then the sharp scent of chemicals joined the odor of illness and medicine. I opened my eyes wincing and saw a figure frozen by the window. As if sensing my awakening, he turned around. Malik. Welcome back, Ellie. How are you feeling? Like shit. Clearing my throat, I muttered a bit hoarsely. I think I'm alright. How's that boy? You did an excellent job. Saved another life without a thought for yourself. I'm glad he's alive. Is he though? I swung my legs off the bed and looked around. The immortal's world's medical wing was not much different from a human one. Perhaps only the icy blue on the walls gave away its location. I'm back in the snowy valley. I saw no point in staying here any longer. They might as well have taken me to my bedroom. I don't think anyone actually intended to treat me. Do they even treat anyone here at all? The atmosphere reigning in the room felt heavy, oppressive. Malik stood beside me. Did something catch your interest? Don't you smell that? Smiling mysteriously, Malik sauntered about the room. The sweeter stench brought me to the verge of nausea. What does it smell like? You know what? Sniff, 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 sniff. The smell came from a bed screened by a curtain. I walked closer to it. It smells like death, rot and decay. Sniffing, I suddenly stopped feeling revulsion, as if the scent had changed, becoming something else, something I'd caught 100 times already, but only recently inhaled with a full chest. That's what Sifamalum smelled like. It was his flesh that reeked of death. Coming very close, I noticed a black silhouette, and it smells of fear here too. It seems you sense everything much more keenly. With a single yank, I drew the curtain aside and stared in horror at the sight before me. Oh no, he did. He did. Or a shadow of his former self. On the bed lay a barely alive angel disfigured by a strange black mold. Oh my god. Dark ragged patches covered his whole body, and judging by the arid lips, his insides looked the same. What's wrong with him? The immortal didn't react to my voice, and I came closer. I examined his fragile young body. Is he one of the imprisoned angels? Sensing me rather than hearing me, the angel twitched and came to. Rolling his unseeing eyes wildly, spoke to me. Oh no! what is going on? Like, he's in pain. It's visible. He's in pain. No, please. Still reeling from my first impression, I bit my lip frantically, trying to figure out what to do. Enough, I can't take it anymore. Do we still have the black eyes? No, we don't. How can I help you? Yeah, because they're torturing him. I mean, I actually thought, because this scene right now actually reminds me of a scene that you only get to see if you are the Bounty version and you are like on the dark path. You see in one of the alternative endings that Malbonte actually begs Sifa Malem to stop putting darkness into his body because it's too much for him to handle. And I feel like that was because he knew that it would turn him into someone that he wouldn't be capable to recognize. And this kind of is what it's given. Angels, he used to be a former angel, but since angels are losing their power and he needs strong soldiers that actually worship him in order for him to get his strength back, maybe he's trying to actually like put his darkness into angels in order, I don't know, to turn their white wings into black ones, aka turning angels into demons, so that he has more followers and therefore they could then make him stronger by serving him. Kill me, please kill me. I recoiled, almost falling backward onto the neighboring cot. God, what's wrong with him? Malik stepped forward, shielding me from the horrific sight with his back. Furious, the angel began to suffocate, and his plea drowned in a ghastly, agonized rasp. He's suffering so much. A bath of mercy. We have to help him. We need to find MIKAEL. Life is worth fighting for. Yes, but sometimes you can't really save everyone, my good sis. A solution swirled around in my head. I pulled myself together and looked at the anguished angel again. What's your name? Can you hear me? What is his name? Oh my goodness gracious. No wonder. He has the feeling that we're working for a fire. No wonder that he was like, please kill me, because that bitch is doing too much. He's like, in the name of science, I'm willing to do whatever. His name is patient number 42. Bitch, you can fuck yourself. Sliding into the room without a sound of fire, approached the angel slowly and drew the curtain shut. Don't you want to end his agony? Don't you see he's suffering? He can see, he just does not give a damn. At this point, if it's his desire, then don't you want to end his agony? But no, he doesn't, because he's gonna use him in the name of science. But you see, you only want to die when you're in so much pain and you want the pain to go away so that you can finally be at peace. So can you help him? I can help not only him, but all angels in general. Give them a chance at life in this world. What are you doing here? Haven't you figured it out yet? I'm trying to make a demon out of an angel. I knew it. I fucking knew it. All for Sifa Malem, apparently, y'all. They cannot be serious. Again, sometimes, yes, I am making a few ideas, but I'm kidding. This is brutal. You cannot change an angel into a demon. How would that even work? Like, everything that an angel is the complete opposite of a demon. You would have to shape their DNA structure completely new, and that's not possible. You could possibly turn a half-breed into just a demon, potentially, because they already have the demon gene, but not an angel. It's extremely important given that there is no place for the white-winged in the New World. What did I fucking say? Don't you think so? This is fucked up in so many ways. I didn't have time to answer. The doors to the medical wing flew open with a bang and 3 people entered the room. Michael led a detached Naum by the arm. Behind them I spotted a worried Raphael. Of course, I was waiting for him to come. The deal went through? They have Naum? What's left of him? Michael's gaze met mine. But he at least got his brother. And my heart plumbed at the unbearable pain veiling his eyes. Bitch, you killed Beelzebub. Y'all, this is gonna be very bad for my mental health because I feel the need to actually protect every single of these fucking characters because I love them all. Michael? Coming up to a fire, Michael nudged his eerily decoyed brother toward him. He rasped in a quiet voice that did not sound like his own. You have to do something. The demon understood at once what exactly Michael needed from him. He walked up to Naum. Huh? He put his hand on his face and peered into his cloudy, sightless eyes. You're the healer here, Michael. This is all you managed to achieve. The archangel clenched his jaw and ground out through his teeth. That was... wow. Help him. Before answering, a fire chewed on his lips thoughtfully. What are you gonna give me for it? Sympathy flickered in his eyes, but it died quickly, giving way to a wild spark of scientific interest. What did I say? I can give your brother back to you. He's no longer with us. Stepping back, a fire ran his fingers along his own chin. I can try to make something strange out of him, like a clockwork doll. What the fuck? Now that's too much. And nothing more. His memories are erased and his brain has turned to mush. That is so dark. The boy's suffering and there's no way to help him, but you already know that. Michael placed his hands on his brother's face and gently touched his forehead with his own. Like, just to think about this, Michael did not want to hear those words. He really did not. And you know the worst thing about this? He did everything he could in order to get his brother back. Now, if I'm switching fast and quickly onto Michael's side, he did everything he could in order to get his brother back. And now, in air quotes, he would have to be the one in order to kill his brother, in order to end his suffering. Because there's no way in hell I would allow someone to actually make a clockwork doll out of him or something like that. Are you mad? And why the fuck would I allow someone else the opportunity or the right to kill my brother? My brother, my responsibility. He stayed like that for a few moments, then he closed his eyes. I know. And before he left, he broke Naum's neck, freeing him from torment. Wow. I feel so fucking bad, y'all. I feel so fucking bad for Michael. Again, due to the fact that I'm soft for Michael. But even if I wouldn't be, I think it's fucked up what they did with Naum. Like, Aragon did not have to do that. Yes, it was fucked up what they did. And did they actually deserve punishment? Yes, but they have to know that even they are just a pawn in Sifa Malam's plan. It's not like they actually had a choice in this, that they had something to say in order to do something differently. They were still forced in order to kill those angels and everything. So I feel bad that Michael, aka Naum, had to pay the price for Sifa Malam's wrath. Because Sifa Malam was the one that sent all those demons into that party in order to make a statement with the angels' corpses. He didn't have anything to do with that. He just wanted his brother back. And what did I say? In order to end his torment, he would be the one to kill him. That's the worst thing ever. He's gonna have PTSD after that, because even in Estrella's broken heart, you could see how much he deeply cared for his brother. And now to come to this, wow. Well, I hope you enjoyed this video with me. Tell me in the comments below what you think was best, and I will see you in another video. Bye!